Whether it's a free dessert or an upgrade to a better hotel room, we all like freebies. The staff at Checkbook sifted through member benefits for credit cards, warehouse clubs, health plans, and more, and discovered dozens of perks that are often overlooked. If you don't know about these perks, you could be missing out on significant savings. I'm Herb Weisbaum, the Consumer Man, a contributing editor at checkbook.org.
Welcome to Consumerpedia at checkbook.org. We're the nonprofit that helps consumers select services, avoid trouble, and save money. Because we don't accept any advertising or take money from any business we recommend, you can rely on checkbook.org to be completely independent and objective. Now, here's the host of Consumerpedia, America's consumer expert, the Consumer Man, Herb Weisbaum.
When it comes to credit cards, the most popular perks are cashback rewards and points that can be redeemed for travel, gift cards, merchandise, or cash. But credit card companies offer a lot of other freebies, from cell phone protection coverage to access at airport lounges. These perks are designed to get you to use that card, but if you got them, you might as well use them. Our guide to these perks is Checkbook Associate Editor Jamie Lettuce.
Hi there, Herb.
So, Jamie, not so long ago, credit card companies were falling all over themselves coming up with new perks to offer. But around 2018, they started to drop a lot of them. Even so, if you have a credit card, find out what perks it offers. There's a good chance some of them may come in handy and save you money.
Yeah, there are all kinds of perks that you get from credit cards and other memberships that you have. They're kind of like, I think of it like the coins that you find when you clean the couch. Mm-hmm. It's like found money in a way. So it's always worth checking out any kind of plans that you have, including credit cards. Credit cards, you're right, don't offer the level of benefits that they once did, but there are still really good benefits that you can tap into if you know about them.
By the way, when I clean the couch, I usually find popcorn or dog treats, but that's neither here nor there. Before we have you run down some of the key perks, something you pointed out in the story, which is really important, is you don't pick a credit card based solely on the perks. You want to look at all the important stuff like the fees and the interest rates and all that other kind of stuff.
Right. The perks are exactly that. They are perks. So you don't want to choose your card based on the extra perks. Just like, how we tell people with credit cards when they get these rewards cards and things like that, don't choose a hotel just because of the amount of freebies that you get from your points, because sometimes you could choose a cheaper hotel that will end up costing you less in the long run. So you don't want to pick a card just because they give you this or that. But if you already have the card, it can be very worth it to know what your benefits are.
So let's run down a few of them that you highlighted in your story. A key one is extended warranty, something we say you shouldn't buy for most products on your own, but you may already have it on your credit card.
Yeah, usually extended warranties are not a good deal for consumers, but if you've already got it, you might as well use it. So a lot of these cards will give you extended warranties on their own, or they will extend a manufacturer's warranty, which can be very useful. One example is the Citi Platinum Select card will add to any warranty 24-month plan up to 7 years total to cover repairs. And it will replace lost or stolen items within 90 days of purchase up to $10,000.
Wow.
So, it's not nothing. And the American Express Gold Card offers a perk that's almost identical to that, too. So if you have either one of those cards, you could have some warranty protection that you didn't know about.
With certain cards, if you use that card to buy something that's damaged or stolen within, let's say, 90 days of purchase, you may get a replacement or a repair or a refund.
Yes, that's correct. The catch with that is that you have to have bought it, obviously with that card. And then also, depending on what the item is, if you have homeowners or renters, you might have to run it through first and file a claim that way before you can collect any benefit from the credit card plan.
But if somebody steals your phone out of the car and it's under your deductible, this is a great way to go.
It definitely is. It gives you extra coverage that you didn't have to pay any more for than you did for the credit card.
Explain this one to me. You talk about guaranteed returns. What's that perk?
Not many cards have this one, but it is a good one. So if you charge anything to many of the American Express cards that are offered, the company will reimburse you up to $300 if you try to return the item, but the retailer won't take it back. Now, there's a max of $1,000 a year for that benefit, but if it's outside the return window for the retailer, but it's within 90 days for the credit card, that's a way you can get some of your money back or all of it, depending on the item.
Huh, that's great. Price protection. So that means you get a little protection if the price changes after you bought the item?
Yes, so we've done a lot of research into price adjustments, and a lot of retailers will do this for you, and it's pretty easy. So that's usually the first line of defense, is to check and see if you can get the difference back from the retailer. Usually price matches are pretty easy, but some credit cards will let you apply to get a refund if within a few weeks of when you bought something, the price drops. If you aren't able to get a price match from the retailer, check with your credit card, and you might be able to get the difference there.
Is this easy to do?
It should be easy to do, but not as easy to do as probably getting the price adjustment through the retailer. So definitely try that first. But these cards offer the benefit. We haven't tested this particular one, but they're giving it to you, so they need to honor it.
I love this next one, and this is why my wife got her Alaska Airlines credit card, because Alaska is now the major carrier in Seattle. By getting the card, you get some free checked bags. You also get priority boarding. You get the companion fare, which is a ridiculously low rate. So if you fly a particular airline, it may make sense to get an airline credit card.
Yeah, traveling is a hassle. And as we know, the things that we used to get, like free checked bags, have gone away. And Southwest Airlines, which was kind of the last holdout for that, has announced it's going to start charging for checked bags. So it may be a good time to start looking. If there's one airline that you fly exclusively, it could be worth signing up for its credit card. You could take advantage of its perks. And the only thing you want to make sure about, which a lot of people don't know, the primary card holder generally has to be the one traveling, or at least they have to be traveling on that itinerary with another person. So like
Right.
Herb, let's say, if your wife booked the ticket for you, but she wasn't going to be there, you wouldn't be able to get those benefits.
And these cards typically have a substantial fee, so you got to do the math and make sure you're going to use it enough for your benefits you're trying to get to make the card pencil out.
Yes, that airline's itineraries and the cities that they fly to have to match where you're going to go. Because if you're planning to take a bunch of trips, but that airline doesn't fly there or doesn't have a lot of routes that start in your home city, it just doesn't make sense.
A couple of other travel-related ones. You mentioned reimbursement for TSA PreCheck, Global Entry, or Clear, that frequent traveler program.
Yeah, and I mean, this isn't like a huge benefit, but if this is a card that you have in your wallet already, or you're thinking about signing up for another card and there are other things about it you like, it's a nice little perk. The Capital One Venture Awards card, for example, will give you a credit, I think it's up to $100 a year for global entry or to enroll in TSA PreCheck. I'm a new PreCheck person as of like a year ago, and I think it's terrific. It really saves time when the airport is crowded, so highly recommend, and it was pretty easy to get. My credit card did not pay for it, unfortunately. I wish it did. American Express Platinum will give you $100 toward global entry every 4 years, or you get a credit of up to $85 every 4.5 years for a TSA PreCheck application. And then there's also that Clear, which is another service that American Express cards get as well. It's the green, the platinum, and the Centurion card get you free Clear membership.
Travel insurance, you can get some insurance from these companies?
Yeah, when you're checking out with plane tickets or a hotel reservation, it's, they kind of hit you with this, do you want to buy our travel insurance, right?
With a sledgehammer, yes, they do.
With a sledgehammer, you got to X out of it. It's like defaulted on a lot of these reservations. And we always say it's generally not a good deal. They're bad buys, just like extended warranties. But again, if you can get some of these perks free with a credit card you already have, go for it. So some credit cards will refund airfare or prepaid hotel charges in the event of bad weather or illness. And then other cards will reimburse for lost baggage, or, if something morbid happens to you and you pass away or are dismembered or lose your eyesight and other things we don't need to talk about anymore, your credit card may pay out for that too.
You have a whole bunch in the article, but I want to cover two more. Something that would be important for a lot of people, cell phone protection coverage.
Yeah, this was a new one for me. And I think about all the cell phones I've had over the years that I probably could have had coverage for if I needed it. Mostly high-end credit cards offer this benefit, which you can take advantage of if your phone is damaged or stolen. The key is you usually have to have bought the phone with that credit card, and you have to use that credit card to make your monthly payments as well for your plan. instead of paying the entire cost of repairs or to replace the phone outright on your own, you can use the coverage to pay for some of the costs. And that can save you hundreds of dollars sometimes. I mean, that's really every phone is hundreds of dollars. So it's usually all phones that are included on your cell phone bill. So there's payout limits and deductibles depending on the credit card. But one example is US Bank has a platinum card that will give you up to $600 per claim for damage or theft, with a $25 deductible per claim. And you can only do it twice, so it's a max of $1,200 payout. But it is something to keep in mind. I mean, a lot of us pay for these warranty plans through our cell phone carriers, which get expensive, or through Apple. If you want to decline those coverages, which we usually recommend, you may have some coverage already through your credit card.
Interesting. And last, certainly not least, museums for free. I love this one.
I love this one too. So it's Bank of America, Merrill, and Bank of America Private Bank credit and debit card holders get in free to more than 225 cultural institutions across the country during the first full weekend of every month. And I looked at the list. There are some really great places on here. So if you travel, or even in your home city, if there are museums or other attractions that you don't get to very often, but you want to check out, it's a great time to do it. I think that it's very, very cool, and it encourages people to just try new things, visit new places, and it doesn't cost them a cent.
And remember, because I use this all the time, a lot of credit cards will let you have early access to tickets for big concerts that take place before the general public gets those tickets. That's how I'm going to go see James Taylor in Chicago this year. So that's another interesting perk that just comes along with having the card.
Yeah, it's terrific. And I've seen James several times. You probably have too. And he's always great. So I'm glad you were able to snag those tickets. Pre-sales are fantastic through your credit card. Oftentimes there are, a few days ahead that you can hop in and get better seats, or there will be like special sections that will be reserved for card holders, etc. So I've taken advantage of this many times.
Not only have I seen James many, 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 many times, the last time he was at Climate Pledge Arena, I ran up to the stage and got him to sign his JT album for me. That's hanging on the wall. So for those who are musically inclined, that was a really cool moment in my life.
The JT album is one of my favorites. I love Your Smiling Face. That was a song my dad and I danced to very awkwardly at my wedding, because James wrote it for his daughter Sally, as you probably know.
Very, very nice. Warehouse clubs offer a lot of perks that can really come in handy, and we're going to talk to Jamie about that next. I'm Herb Weisbaum, the Consumer Man, and this is Consumerpedia, powered by Checkbook.org.
At Checkbook.org, we have the answers to your consumer questions 24/7. That's Checkbook.org. We're a unique nonprofit that can help you with select local service providers, avoid trouble, and save money. Because we don't accept any advertising or take money from any business we recommend, you can rely on Checkbook to be completely independent and objective. Our advice is always free. Ratings of local services are available with a subscription. If you live in one of these 7 metro areas and haven't joined Checkbook yet, check us out. Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, Seattle, San Francisco, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Washington, D.C. Get your free 30-day subscription by going to checkbook.org/consumerpedia.
Warehouse clubs like Sam's Club, BJ's, and Costco deliver more than low prices and huge sizes, and also those free treats you get in the aisles. They also offer a number of really great perks to members, Jamie, and let's talk about some of them. Tech support. A lot of people may not know about that.
Yeah, this is a great perk. We find that these stores offer good prices on electronics to begin with, and they also offer generally really strong warranties on them as well. So those are 2 reasons right there that you want to buy electronics at warehouse clubs. But then the other reason, which is pretty cool, is if you shop BJ's or Costco, they have free tech support that they will give you to help you get the new item connected, or if you have any issues with it. So it's a nice little add-on and another great reason to look at buying electronics at those places.
What about travel deals?
So I really like the travel deals. I use Costco, and so I've gotten great rental car prices there with more flexibility on the reservation than I would have got from like a Hotwire or a Priceline. And the prices were actually lower, and I could cancel right up to the same day without any penalty. In fact, they didn't even make me put a credit card in to book it, which was awesome.
Wow.
But they offer all kinds of airfare deals, cruises, and all different packages too. You can combo play, like you could book, let's say, a cruise, and they'll give you a deal on the airfare, or like at least link it up for you. You always want to price this stuff, multiple places, but a lot of times we find that the warehouse clubs do offer good prices, and it's pretty easy to book through them.
And that's BJ's and Sam's Club as well.
And Costco too. Yep. So Costco, BJ's, Sam's Club, for all of those.
So with BJ's, Costco, and Sam's Club, you can get deals on entertainment.
Yes, you can, and it's very easy to do it. These stores all have gift cards that you can buy that are pretty steeply discounted. You can also usually get them on the Warehouse Club's website. I like doing this for movie tickets because you can pay $50 for maybe 5 movie tickets with popcorn, and it ends up being a significant discount. So it's a really good way to go. And if you go to the movies a lot, it's nice to have the tickets there. Usually you redeem them online, but you can actually have already paid for them through the Warehouse Club at a significant savings. They have spa gift cards that are great gifts too, that you can use for yourself or to give to someone, but there's usually like a huge list of places you can redeem them at. And same thing with restaurants, and they've gotten pretty local. I have a local Peruvian chicken chain that I love, and they have really good deals there. It's like you spend, I think it's $80 for a $100 gift card. So, it's definitely worth looking at these things.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've ever purchased tires, they cost a fortune these days. What can the big warehouse clubs do for us when it comes to tires?
So at Checkbook, we've been pricing tires for decades, and the warehouse clubs almost always come out on top for some of the best buys, and also you get service for the lifetime of the tire beyond what you get at many other places. So I know Costco will even replace a tire that has been punctured by a nail or whatever, and if it can't fix it, it will replace it for you, and that's for the life of the tires. So we tell people that usually buying the Warehouse Club membership, you can cover that when you buy a set of tires because the savings is so big. Now, I will give you this warning because I got a new set of tires in the fall on my car, and they said, oh, it'll be about 2 hours. So I said, okay, well, what did I do during the 2 hours? I went into the Warehouse Club and did some damage in there. So they know what they're doing because they get you in there and then you go shopping. But I had to do the shopping anyway, so it was still a good deal.
I got to say, a lot of big tire companies do services for free, but the prices tend to be so good at the warehouse stores. And they have actually even run sales on the tires sometime. I just lucked out when I needed new tires. They were on sale lower than the regular price. So that's pretty cool as well. So
yeah, it's true. And I will tell you too, like what I did with this set of tires, I did research in advance, and I looked on different forums for my car, like which tires people like the best for replacements. And I was able to order them on the Costco website. And then they were ready for me at the Costco Tire Center a couple of days later. So I didn't have to just go with what they had sitting there. I was able to get the specific tires I wanted.
And this to me is the most awesome benefit from Costco is extra warranty time for your major appliance purchases.
Yeah, this is great. We know things go wrong, things break. We always say don't pay extra for an extended warranty on appliances because a lot is out of your control and usually it's not a good deal. But at Costco, you get the extended warranty automatically, and it's usually up to 2 years from the date of purchase or the date of delivery, depending on if you bought it in store or if it was brought to your home. And when you combine that with Costco's low prices on appliances to begin with, it's a great deal.
Chances are your health insurance company, especially if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, offers you some really nice perks. And we're going to look at that straight ahead. I'm Herb Weisbaum, the Consumer Man. You're listening to Consumerpedia, powered by Checkbook.org.
Consumerpedia Fast Facts. Perks have been used to encourage sales and boost brand loyalty for centuries. In the late 1700s, some stores gave customers copper tokens that could be redeemed for future purchases. According to Wikipedia, in 1896, Sperry and Hutchinson started offering trading stamps to U.S. retailers, S&H green stamps, which hit their peak in the 1960s and 70s. They were issued in denominations of 1, 10, and 50 points, and you mounted them in a collector's book. Once you had enough, you could redeem those points for catalog items. Today, retailers big and small offer some sort of perk to create customer loyalty.
We're talking to Jamie Lettuce, Associate Editor at Checkbook.org, with ways you can save money by using the perks you get with a whole bunch of membership programs. Many health insurance companies, Jamie, offer a lot of free or discounted products or services that will help you be more healthy. Tell us about a few of those.
Well, it's within health insurance companies' best interest to keep you as healthy as you can be because it saves them money. So they offer a bunch of things depending on your plan that you can get to help keep you in better shape. So these include weight loss programs. A lot of health insurance companies will refund membership costs for WW, which used to be called Weight Watchers, and other companies like it. You often can get a free or discounted gym membership to help you work out. Now, they don't get you off the couch to make you use it, but they will pay for it, which is good. And for some people, having the membership paid for is enough to get them there, which is great. So check your plan's website. You can see what your options are there. And if you're on Medicare Advantage, there's two programs, Silver Sneakers and Silver and Fit, which offer free or nearly free memberships at many gyms. So that's terrific. If you're a smoker, health insurance company really wants you to quit, and so do all your friends and relatives. So you can get free smoking cessation often, support, counseling, nicotine replacement products to help you kick the habit for good. And then one other perk that's kind of cool is that health insurance plans under the Affordable Care Act are required to cover breastfeeding equipment like breast pumps, as well as counseling for breastfeeding parents. So these are really good benefits. And those pumps can cost $150 to $500. So before you put one on your baby registry or buy one for yourself, check with your health insurance plan. You might not have to buy one.
Oh, that's a great tip. People who belong to AAA, I think, know about the major things, the reasons why you sign up. You got the towing and the roadside assistance and the battery charging or replacement. And I think we all know that you get better rates at hotels. There's the AAA rate. But there's a number of other things that you found by digging around that you may be able to take advantage of if you're a AAA member.
Yeah, there are some really cool ones other than calling when your battery dies, which I've done many times. I always have AAA batteries in my car because I just call them and they come take it, which is so convenient. They'll also do bicycle repair and towing, so they'll take care of all your wheels, not just the motorized ones. So they'll help with bike repairs on the spot or help you tow your bike if they can't fix it. You can get discounts on theme parks, movies, ski resorts, concerts, all kinds of stuff. It's best to do this before you travel, just so you make sure. Sometimes you have to pick up the tickets in person or go through a third-party website to get them, etc. But there are some really good deals through AAA there. If you lock yourself out of your car, AAA will reimburse $50 to $150 depending on the type of your membership to get you back in. And if you have their Premier membership and you get locked out of your house, they'll reimburse you $150 in locksmith fees, which is pretty cool.
Now, who would ever do that?
I know, right? Can you imagine? Not everybody's like me where they hide
I've
keys.
done it.
I've got keys hidden all over my property, let me tell you.
For those listening, you want to share where you put them? Well, there's a rock by the front walkway.
You'll never find them, and they're not obvious. The dog walker knows where they are, and my kids know where they are, but that's it. So, and then one last one, if we still have a second here, that I've used when my kids were smaller and I thought was great. You get free car seat or booster seat loaners for your kids through AAA if you rent with Hertz. And that's very cool. Thrifty does it as well, which is great. And also, if you rent through Hertz and you like Sirius XM radio, you can get half price for the length of your rental if you've got AAA. So some good car rental benefits there.
Jamie, this has been just really fascinating to see all these things. And we didn't cover all of them. There's a lot more in Jamie's article, which you'll find on checkbook.org. Just search perks and it will pop up. But, you know, if it's there, you might as well find out about it and take advantage of using it. If you got the card already, why not? Like you said, you may not pick the card based on this, but it certainly should use the things if the perks are there.
I agree. I mean, whoever said, right, the best things in life are free, and you get a lot of them through these memberships, so you might as well take advantage.
Yeah, who said that?
It's a song, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Very good. Very, very good. Jamie, it is always fun talking to you. Thank you so much for sharing the advice with us.
All right. It was my pleasure, Herb.
So before we go, a few related Consumerpedia episodes you might want to check out. Episode 50, Finding a Credit Card That's Right for You, and Episode 68, Credit Card Rewards Programs. You'll find links in the show notes. And with that, we've come to the end of another episode. We hope you'll rate this episode and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Remember, we release new episodes every other Thursday. Another way you can support this show is to follow us on Consumerpedia on Facebook and Instagram, and at My Consumerpedia on X, formerly Twitter. I'm Herb Weisbaum. Thank you for listening.
Consumerpedia is a public service of Checkbook.org. We're a unique nonprofit that helps you save money and make smarter choices. You can count on Checkbook to help you find the best services and avoid the worst, with local ratings that are accurate and unbiased. If you live in or around these 7 cities and haven't joined Checkbook yet, check us out. Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, Minneapolis-St. Paul, Seattle, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. To get your free 30-day subscription, go to checkbook.org/Consumerpedia. Consumerpedia, empowering consumers to save money and make smarter choices.